So, what we have for you, as predicted, it is Logan Dice, who you saw on camera earlier,
Mm-hmm.
playing
Merfolk.
Merfolk, and he beat Kyle McDaniel
Kyle
playing Fairies on
playing
camera.
Fairies. Kyle played them all to 4 in that third game, so that's
Kyle is a regular here at the Game Haven, where we've done most of our coverage recently, and he plays a lot of matches on camera, and he just does not win on camera.
No.
He does very well at these tournaments.
Yep.
He traditionally has
lose,
performed pretty well. If he's going to lose, it's on camera. So the curse continues. So Logan is playing Fish.
Yep.
And he's playing against Red Green Tron, Rob Holt. We just saw that beat Pod in 3 games last round. Here's my theory. My theory is this. Tron, if it assembles its game plan, is going to roll right over Fish like it's not even there.
Correct.
My concerns are only amplified by the fact that I'm pretty sure Rob is playing main deck Fire Spouts.
He might be.
The Tron decks of yore, used to play Pyroclasms. Format was a little lower and leaner. There's still affinity around, but there was like a lot of affinity.
Mm-hmm.
And like Zoo was still kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So they played Pyroclasm. Now that the format has gotten a little bit mid-rangier, right? A lot of this black-green stuff.
Buffer.
Fire Spout seems to make more sense.
Makes more sense, yeah.
So it's going to be hard for Logan to not play into Fire Spout while trying to race Rob Holt's inevitability.
Right.
It puts that vice on you.
Yeah, Logan's going to have to get a little lucky to pull this out. Although, I know Logan's deck list. I built it.
You did.
And
in fact,
I know,
own it.
Yes. So, he's playing 4 Curse Catcher main.
Okay.
He's got at least 2 Spell Pierce main.
Yes.
And at least 1 Mana Leak, if not 2.
So, being on the play.
Yep.
If Logan wins a die roll, he might be able to snipe off the first couple pieces of what Rob is doing with some soft permission, like Mana Leak, Spell Pierce, Curse Catcher, while developing a reasonably paced clock. Try to take his mana apart with Spreading Seas and beat down before Rob can recover through that.
Exactly.
That's the line if you're Logan. I think Aether Vial is important because that lets you cast your Spreading Seas and your counter magic while still developing your threats.
Right. You got to develop
and it lets you
pressure.
Get attacks in with your guys, even if Rob has the Fire Spout, because you can flash him in at the end of his turn and get some points in.
Yep.
If you're Rob, you want Oblivion Stones and Fire Spouts. Oblivion Stone will clean up those Spreading Seas.
Yep.
That might be a problem for you. It'll clean up those Aether Vials, which will let Logan play the game he wants to play.
Yep.
And other than that, you pretty much just want to play your Tron pieces and then cast whatever big, stupid thing you're doing with your life. So, I think Logan has a line. I think that it could be difficult for him to win. I don't know how big of a deal Spreading Seas in this matchup is. I think it could be either one.
It can be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Rob does this...
Rob wins the die roll, which is big.
He did, so he says, play this. You want to rate it? Here you go.
Logan was probably not alive.
I'm not really sure what that
when
does.
That Chromatic Star was printed.
Rob goes here. He says this.
Logan, you just need to lean back a little bit there, buddy.
He's I don't know if he's like showing.
They're both playing very, very close to the middle of the table there.
They're
all right.
He says, "Spell Pierce that."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that is what you got to do.
See, there you go. That's a resource.
In Legacy against the 12th post decks, I've Force of Willed that.
Here's a guy.
All right. So this is kind of what we're talking about, right? Like. Soft permission, threats. I think that he just naturally had the Tron.
He just troned it up. No big deal.
Just the natural turn 3. I don't know if you're Logan, if you're playing Merfolk, there's anything you can do that beats when Rob just has like natural Tron.
No. Now if
on the play, you can threaten Spell Pierce.
On the play.
But didn't get that opportunity.
Did not get.
You're not gonna. Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
We're gonna play some guys out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right.
Injury. Okay. What's Garnet right now?
He plussed.
What does that mean? Is he 11?
A lot.
7?
Yeah.
It's +3, right? He comes in with 4.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
So right now he's swinging for 3. He went to Rob. He ain't scared. He should be.
I think that's what you got to do, right? Like,
Yep.
let him, if he's going to try to disrupt, let him minus the Karn to take your guys apart. But man, he can just kind of like plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, and it's going to be really hard to beat.
Yep.
And that's what he's going to do
that
here.
guy.
You got to break up those tribal synergies because, you know, the fish deck can threaten lethal so quickly with like untap play 2 lords, kill you kind of lines.
Logan has a Master of Waves in hand.
All right, no 4th mana.
Swing
and
here.
Just getting in there.
Another 3.
Master Wave's not spectacular against Karn because Karn can obviously just take the Master of Waves, let the tokens
However,
die.
He's got the Aether Vial there.
Okay.
And if he's somehow able to keep any semblance of a board in place while he's ticking up that Aether Vial, if he can get it to 4 and still have a shot at anything,
yep,
he could flash it in at the end of Rob's turn.
Looks like Rob is going to minus
Eat
again.
that guy.
That's what you got to do.
That's okay.
That's fine. And we're going to play Olamog, and that's no big deal. And we're going to destroy your last guy, and then
yeah,
that's going to be real good.
So Logan's reading that guy. He's concerned about his chances in this game.
Yep, he's sticking in there.
There's
though,
a vial. There's a vial. Okay. Logan says, "How about that?
How about
Is that cool?
Right on time. Bloop. Show you Master Waves.
Sure.
Is that as good as an Olamog? Olamog is Annihilator 4.
Just 4.
Just 4. It's very reasonable.
It's hardly worth worrying about.
Yeah, when you have 5 pole permanents in play.
Yeah. He's got this. Not really.
No, he's gone. He's dead and gone.
It's bad. Times are tough for the merfolk.
Oh, we're vapor snagging. I love that. For combat.
I mean, it's the right play, but
sure.
It's just cute.
When vapor snag is what you got, that's when you vapor snag.
He says, "I'll eat that." Okay. And here he is again. Okay.
There's Olamog. No big deal. We'll take the
He'll take that right there.
Buddy. Friend.
And Logan says, "Bummer, man."
All right, this is worth noting because I missed this as a thing. Logan has phantasmal images in his deck.
He sure does.
He has vapor snags in his deck.
He does.
A line here could have been phantasmal image your Olamog, vapor snag your Olamog, attack you with my Olamog.
Ooga booga booga.
But didn't manage to put that together in time. Would have been sweet.
Didn't manage to do that at all. Let's hope that he recognizes that line for the next game. Because it's just as delightful to image a Wormcoil engine. Feels great.
Yeah, I would imagine that it does.
Just wonderful.
As those of you who played Standard back when Phantasmal Image was legal, you realize how much a delight it is. It is Phantasmal Image any old thing.
Anything.
It's any old thing.
Back when it was around, the legend rule was still intact.
Oh yeah.
The old legend rule, so it was...
You could Phantasmal Image
your Geist.
Your
opponent's Geist.
Yeah. That old line where you could Phantasmal Image your Sun Titan, and then get Phantasmal Image out of the graveyard, copying Sun Titan, getting Phantasmal Image out of the graveyard, making Sun Titan.
Yeah.
That was delightful. That was just a romp.
I played Phantasmal Image. I did. I played that. I played the Bant Pod list. Okay. I tried to play the Bant Pod list.
Yeah.
I couldn't get down with it.
No,
because
I didn't like it
besides
so much.
that play, there wasn't much that I cared about.
Yeah. I like jumps. I like getting Shieldred.
What?
Shieldred, the whispering one. That was a part of the cycle with Elishnorn.
Oh.
Where that was the one that during your upkeep, your opponent sacrifices a creature and you return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. So it was good in the pot deck. It wasn't as good as Elishnorn.
Archon of Justice.
Archon of Justice, that's the one.
That's the one. That
we got there. We got there.
When it dies. Ha ha! Ding, ding, ding.
So, you tell me, you built this deck that Logan's playing.
Yep.
You're playing against Tron.
Yep.
How do you board?
Well, I think that you want... Let's see. You probably want Echoing Truth, right?
Sure. I think so.
There's Hercule's Recall, which might not be awful.
I don't think it's very good, but maybe it's okay.
He definitely needs Echoing Truth.
Yeah. What do you cut?
I don't know. Probably some of the. I don't know. That's hard.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
You're under the gun. The clock is ticking.
Let's see. You should probably keep Vapor Snag, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Keep Vapor Snag. Probably want. There's Negate in the board as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
I think
definitely
I'd
want
definitely
that.
bring that in. I think you need to cut like Master of Waves.
Okay, little clunky, little slow.
Little clunky and slow. Might cut Regery also, just to do that.
Play it low and lean.
Yeah, take the curve down a little lower. Because now he's on the play. If Logan is able to get a dude out on turn 1, which is possible, or a Vial, either way.
Yeah.
And then get a Lord out on turn 2, he can just kind of kick back.
Sure.
And sit on his disruption.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely what he wants to do.
So it wouldn't make sense to bring to have Regery still in. I can't remember if I left Remand in there or not.
Remand is probably okay.
Yeah.
Because you're basically trying to play the tempo game where you are attacking every turn and keeping Rob from developing his board.
Yeah. I was back and forth with Remand and Mana Leak.
Yeah.
Because Remand is always counters and always draws a card, but it puts it right back in their hand, which is sometimes terrible.
When it's like an Olamog or
it feels
Karn.
just delaying a turn, which feels bad. But if it's sometimes
it's like
he's going to
going back.
6.
Rob, I see a couple of artifacts, couple of Groves, maybe one Tron piece in there. It's harder to tell in this deck because the other one had white border Tron. You could just immediately spot that Tron was in his hand. Logan doesn't look thrilled about how that hand drew out, but it looks like he's going to keep it. There's an Aether Vial and a land to cast
land and a Curse Catcher.
Curse Catcher is an interesting one to run out. I think I may Aether Vial. There's not actually a lot for Curse Catcher to grab. And Aether Vial is so important for being able to keep the mana up. So it might just be on the beatdown plan, though. He's going to develop.
He may not have brought in. As we talked about, okay. Things beat down. You can race. I mean, he's on the play.
A Regery next turn, and that's something where Rob's got to have an answer real soon, or just be dead. But it looks like Rob has at least 2 Tron pieces in his hand.
The star.
Yep. Green floating. Probably going to let that resolve. Curse Catcher, not outrageously good in this matchup.
No.
It does a decent job if you develop a quick board, protecting you from Fire Spout if you can put Rob's mana under pressure. But if he just has like Tron plus a red source, like you're just never going to be able to counter anything. Finds an Oblivion Stone. Draws Oblivion Stone. Plays Stone. Man, we really want like a spreading seas here, don't we?
That would be really good.
He's holding up the gate. So got a gate, a Master Waves, and some card he's shuffling too fast for me to see. Swing full.
Good.
Yep. Okay.
Nice.
This is what we want to do. And now we're leaving up negate.
That's a 1-of Ghost Quarter.
Ooh, spicy.
You know how it is.
Spicy.
Just for this little matchup right here.
Just a little.
Catch him off guard. Real good, real good. Nice. Japanese.
All right, so this is the kind of thing to start we were kind of talking about that the Merfolk deck needed to be in this game.
So Logan is telegraphing that he has counter magic by not doing anything that turn and using his Ghost Quarter on the Tron piece. It says do that. It says
Could not negate any faster. All right, Logan smells blood.
Yes, like a shark.
Yep, there's a Mutavault.
Like a shark, get it?
No, I wasn't gonna. Swings for 4.
The Curse Catcher sort of looks like a shark.
It does kind of. Those
like
Lorwyn
a fishy face.
Yeah, they got those.
They're the most fishiest of the merfolks.
Yeah.
The years.
Fluidelium is my favorite. I really wonder how they get out of the water and fight.
Right.
They just have like
fish feet. They're up jumping around.
They're crazy. The Lorwyn ones are all amphibious looking.
Yeah, they look like frog guys.
Yeah.
Like the frog lizard from what was it? Rapid Habitation.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
Rob's still here doing what he does.
Yep. A fire spout at any point is just a disaster if you're Logan.
Yep.
But he's going to get in there for 7.
Is this 7? 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
I was tapping features on the screen for those at home. So Rob's on a 1-turn clock.
Rob is up against it right here.
And the fact of the matter is, even if you have the fire spout there, Logan could vapor snag his Lord back and then potentially play. So that's exactly the kind of start you need if you're Fish. It's one of the things that Fish has been famous for throughout Magic's history, is presenting a reasonable clock backed up by disruptive permission and some sort of mana denial. In Legacy, it's Wasteland and Days.
Wasteland and Days.
In Vintage, it's much more horrible. And in Modern, it's Ghost Quarter and Spreading Seas. So, it's back that up.
Yeah.
And Logan didn't have a ton of power at any point. For most of that game, it's attacking for 4, which is not a lot, but it's significant. It forces Rob to have the answer right then.
Yep.
Cuts the amount of draw steps you get. So that's almost picture perfect what you want if you're Logan. One counter spell, one piece of removal.
And the Curse Catcher was always there, just lingering around. So if Rob wanted to get crazy and Sylvan scrying or something, it was like,
that's that thing about Curse Catcher, man. I remember when I first read Curse Catcher, I couldn't believe you didn't have to tap it to attack with it.
Yep.
That's just part of what makes Fish Fish.
Yeah.
What differentiates it between a control deck or a tempo deck, it keeps attacking while disrupting. Exactly. That's the Fish's game plan. It doesn't take turns off to deploy its disruption. Aether Vial and Curse Catcher do a really good job letting you keep attacking while disrupting. So
now the current Modern discussion is about Master Waves and Thassa. We've already addressed that. Some people turn the Curse Catchers.
Yeah, I can kind of see that actually.
Because of the rise of stuff like Pod. I mean, there's like nearly nothing in Pod.
And like Abrupt Decay,
you can't curse.
You can't catch that curse.
Exactly.
So I can see that. I've seen the aggro Fish list with like Kosai's Trickster.
Yep.
To take advantage of how much shuffling is done in Modern, especially against the Pod decks. It's really good. I've seen. Have you tried Sig River Cutthroat?
I have.
I like Sig.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's fine. This deck has there's so few flex spots.
Yes, that's true.
You got to have your 4 of Lord of the Lands, 4 of Master Pearl Trident, and in my mind, you got to have 4. A lot of people are up and down for Magic main deck. Some people only play Vapor Snag.
Yep.
Some people play like 3 Vapor Snag.
Rob going back to 6 cards here.
It looks like Logan's going back to.
All right, we're 4 last time.
Some people play Dismember.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I think I'm currently playing 4 Vapor Snag, 4 Spreading Seas, and it's in that slot.
Okay.
10 spells. And then some Aether Vials, and then just a bunch of dudes. 2 Sigs, and all 4 Masters.
Okay.
Is what I'm playing right now, and I have no idea if that's any good or not. I'm not an expert.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, is that Modern has been through so many incarnations lately, and it didn't get any attention. They got tons of attention, kind of died off, and then they had the Pro Tour real recently, right?
Yep.
And so it got hyper attention. And when that happens, decks get all kinds of goofy. People try to.
All right, Urza's Mine gets a chromatic sphere. And we got the turn 1 Aether Vial.
Bang, bang. Turn 1, 1-drop artifacts. Here we go.
So we got a Phantasmal Image in Logan's hand, a couple of lands. I don't know how much action he has.
Logan. Now remember, they both mull to 6.
Yep. It's another Aether Vial. Logan looks a little light on action.
Yeah, he's got nearly none, really. Is that a redraw?
Yeah, it's a redraw. Aether Vial and 2 lands and an image.
Yeah.
So not a ton of juice.
If he's able to peel something off the top here, it's not bad.
Oh, not bad. Spreading Seas would be great. Disrupt the mana, get a redraw. I was really down on Spreading Seas for a long time, but in a format like Modern, bases are generally, that card seems sweet.
Yeah. It replaces itself, so
and Modern isn't as an island to draw for Logan.
That's unfortunate.
There's not as many islands naturally in Modern as there are in Legacy.
Right.
In Legacy, your lords are going to give you guys island walk, and like 80% of the time, it's going to find an island to walk through. In Modern, that's simply not true.
Simply not true. Modern has a pretty restrictive ban list, banning all of
the good cards,
good little cantrips. That,
and there's even without the banned list, like things that are traditionally blue, another island for Logan, getting dark,
getting flooded, getting floody.
There's no good there's like counter spells and stuff. There's not as many good ones. Mm-hmm. There's a Reedry. Says I'm not scared.
Ain't scared.
Radix Star. Or sorry, Sphere. You don't have Nope. We do not.
What we got there? That a grove?
That's a grove.
All right.
Which means now we're threatening Fire Spell.
Threatening Fire Spell.
And we're threatening to untap and activate our Oblivion Stone. But Logan's not scared. Could we, Jacob, could you have Logan move his cards over a little bit? We have lost sight of him here on the viewing booth. You could move his play area to the left.
Go on.
That's a Phantasmal Image on the Reejery.
That's good.
It is good.
So he's swinging in there for, what, 6?
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a clock.
And that's real legitimate.
However, that Oblivion Stone is going to be a thing.
It is really scary. What's he?
He's moving forward over for us. Okay. Per our request.
Per our request.
Like a gentleman.
Good job, Logan. And anything?
What is that?
I don't.
What horrible thing did he just draw?
I think he drew a blank star, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he might be right.
But he got it.
Pyroclasm.
It's pretty effective.
Not right outrageously.
Now. Right now, it's pretty bad. If you could string a couple, that'd be pretty. Rob's still short on mana here to blow up that Oblivion Stone, so that's really good for Logan. He's tapping 3 to play.
Dice around. I don't know exactly what's going on.
Fire Spell.
So he has both Fire Spell and Pyroclasm, which is pretty gross.
So what's Logan doing here?
Logan says, I have Phantasmal Image at instant speed to make my guys big enough.
Copy that guy.
Logan,
Rob says,
you got to move
tears on my pillow.
Buddy. That is about perfect if you're
that
was
so
awesome.
Logan got off to a real slow start, but Rob's start was even slower.
Now, if Logan has a Lord here, Rob is dead.
I almost think those are all 4/4s, right?
Yeah.
4 times it's only 12.
Yep. So he needs one more Lord, and he has it in his hand. It's a Lord of Atlantis.
Oh, he's so good at Magic. This kid is my magical hero. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. He just doesn't care. Matchups. It's not care. He's like, this is a terrible matchup.
And Logan Dice takes it in 3 games. who, as far as I know, has not played Murphy before tonight.
No, he's
According to
never.
your list.
I don't know if he's ever played an island.
It's possible he has not.
Like this could have been it.
Yeah.
I just got a text from Jacob's brother to say hi to Ari. So, hi Ari.
Hello, Ari. We're a Dayton Magic Club. How are you doing?
She's a baby, so.
So probably pretty great.
She's like one. Yeah, she is pretty great.
So here's the story. Logan Dice, perennial top table player,
perennial
here at Game
powerhouse,
Haven. Frequent Star City games, cash.
No big deal.
Competitor.
Was he 15?
Yeah, I think he just turned 15.
If there was a junior super series still, he would be the champion of it.
Yep. Absolutely. Just a great. He picked up the game super fast. Hasn't been playing long. Just a good player.
Yeah. He's been living long.
So, just took down Rob Holt, who was undefeated going into this round with Tron, which we thought would be a bad matchup.
And it was.
And the game that Rob won, it was game one, and it looked really good.
So
doing it.
Yeah. The second game, rough. Like that third game, Logan drew perfectly and Rob drew bad.
I agree. That was Rob had a bunch of redraws off his chromatic lanterns and those kind of effects.
Yep.
Never got unassembled.
Yep.
And ran into just not even all that much disruption, just a clock that, like folk does, just exponentially grew. Yep. And that blowout play on the fire spout turn was the pinnacle. There was the cincher. So
yep, if Logan hadn't had that additional image,
the game would have ended on the spot. Because then Rob could just get rid of both the other vials, keep up. But that didn't happen. Because Logan Dice has won our Friday Night Magic Modern Edition.
Good for him.
Absolutely. And congratulations to Rob Holt for almost certainly locking up second place there.
He'll get second.
So, that's us. We're Dayton Magic Club. One more time. I'm Ryan Johnson for Dayton Magic Club. In the booth with
Bill Ross.
Also for Dayton Magic Club.
I'd
like to thank the Game Haven here in Riverside, Ohio for hosting us tonight, sharing their lovely facilities, their spacious back room with us to allow us to bring this broadcast to you. Con's pre-release is next weekend. We're all real excited about that. I don't know if we're going to be covering it or not, so watch this space. Watch Dayton Magic Club website.com and thegamehaven.com for more information about where we'll be and when we will be there. And we're looking to possibly do some weekend legacy coverage coming up soon. That off the ground. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for us. Thanks for watching to all of our viewers, and we will see you next time.